Wow, this is weird.
Oh, I'm gonna sit in the audience.
Yeah.
I should.
Can you just do the panel? I'll just.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
I'll ask you some questions.
Oh, sure.
No, it's fine. You guys do my job for me. It's great.
You have questions to start with. You do it first. You go ahead. Sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt. We've just known each other for a while, that's all.
No pressure. You gotta know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's fine. I can pretend.
Okay.
So tell me about how each one of you got involved with Adventure Time or Futurama. What was that experience like?
Oh, you're going right to the fucking chase. Okay, here we go.
You asked for it.
No, I get it. It's all right. There's not a lot of kids around, are there? All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We auditioned for Futurama in 1999. We both got the gig. That was great. What was interesting though is how Adventure Time is kind of tied to Futurama. Matt Groening tells a story about how he used to live in this one particular house, and one day this woman came over with her young son, and like Colt knocked on his door, and he was like, "Hi, hello," and she was like, "Hi, this is my son Pendleton, and he wants to be an artist, a cartoonist. Do you have any advice for him?" And so Matt gave him some advice, and then that Pendleton turned out to be Pendleton Ward, who actually went on to create Adventure Time. And then when we were introducing the show in Comic-Con in San Diego, I got Matt to come up and he did an intro. Remember that? Remember when he did that?
This is the first time?
Yeah, it was the first time. He came up and had a nice introduction for the show, and he told that story, and it was really dope. So that's the thing. And when I did,
Jake are in like a little Futurama episode somewhere, aren't they?
Yes, there is a Jake crossover kind of thing, and it's Jake and Finn hanging by chains in a dungeon, and Bender's coming through with Fry, and then Jake goes, and Bender says, "It's time for you to shut up," which is a good one. But I did the pilot for Adventure Time, and then it was originally his older brother.
Yeah, my older brother Zach did the pilot back when it was the character's name was Penn. Then they changed it to Finn, the series once Cartoon Network picked it up like 3 years later.
Yeah, and it was a while after, and so like his brother already like went through puberty, and like his voice completely changed. So he sounded most like his brother. So.
And then I went through puberty in the first 2 seasons of the show.
Yeah. So they were just like, okay, well, we'll just leave it.
Let's just leave it.
Let's just leave it.
Someone asked that question, I think it was at San Diego that same year, on our question and answer panel. They're like, hey, we know that you weren't like, someone else did the pilot and it was your brother and his voice changed and so that, you got cast. Are they going to change you when your voice changes too? And they asked me that on the panel, and at the time, like, I hadn't had conversations about that with anyone, so I was kind of like, are you?
Is that going to happen? Oh God, please.
And then Penn was like, no, we're not recasting him. He's like, we'll just draw his belly a little bigger and give him some facial hair. So,
yeah, that's it. But the way Billy is tied to Adventure Time is because through me, kind of, and they wanted Billy to come in, and there's an episode of Adventure Time where Billy does all his Futurama voices as different characters in the land of Ooh, and it's really kind of fun. So you hear some character that sounds like the professor, and
who needs courage when you have a gun?
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. So that's how it's all kind of tied together.
And,
I can't believe I answered that entire question. I'm so happy with myself right now. It's stupid.
There's no words. John will probably agree. There's no words to describe Matt Groening. I mean, I thought about it, and people say, what's it like to create characters? I didn't create shit. Matt Groening has created thousands of characters, individual characters, and we were lucky enough to, have the good fortune to get chosen to interpret his vision,
And it's usually all in sync. A lot of it is really in sync.
Yes.
Stuff that we get to do on Futurama, vocally. So, yeah.
How dare you? Who is that? Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl.
All right.
What's your favorite thing about voicing your character or characters on the show?
You know, when guys like Nolan North just step up to the next to the stage and just start pretending that they're going to pull down their pants and do the penguin to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Nolan North.
Nolan North. Yeah.
Nolan North. Yeah, no.
Come on, you know what? You should come up here. You got a bigger hand than we did.
That's not true. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
be
take a walk. Hey, take it. Hey. Oh, go take a long walk off a short pier. Get out of here.
Yeah, throw away your hat and leave your head in it.
Yeah, there you go. So go ahead. What was the question? I can't remember.
Go take a nap on a railroad track.
Hey, yo.
What's your favorite thing about voicing your character or characters
Hold on,
on the show?
Go take a walk in the lake until your hat floats. That's the one. Sorry. But say that one again. That's it. I like that one.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, sorry.
What's your favorite thing about voicing your character or characters on each of the shows?
It's one of the most fun things ever. You know, I just enjoy it, and I get to work with people like these people, total divas. No, it's just a joy. It's so much fun, and we really play around. Like the sense of play is unhinged. It's really lovely to be able to do that, and there's a vulnerability to it too. Yeah, you say vulnerability after talking all day.
There's not as many like group records anymore though, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that's true.
We have an ensemble every
Do
now.
you guys still have one?
Yeah,
for Futurama,
come and go.
Yeah.
Ever since the pandemic just changed everything. You know, the studios cleared out, and we were working for a while. We were working out of our houses,
recording out of a closet, you know.
Yes, with a rug over my head to baffle.
Surrounded by every pillow that you have in the,
Jinkies.
I'm gonna put the sofa into the closet. So, and there's not gonna be any air in there, but it's gonna sound great. You come out of a gig and you're just like, soaking wet. It's terrible.
I feel like for me, my favorite, especially at least specifically with Adventure Time, and obviously you guys Futurama, but not every show gets to go a very, very long time to where you get to really sit with a character and develop them over years and years and years. And it's cool to be able to keep coming back and doing more as Finn and just in that world. Plenty of things you do like one season and gone.
You're right about the shelf life. I loved Disenchantment. You guys,
that was fun.
I love that show. And it went for what? 3, 4 seasons?
4 seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yeah, shelf life.
There's other people that are looking at me like, what the fuck was that? What is that? I never saw Disenchantment. I don't know what that is. It's something from Disenchantment. You guys.
No.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it. I like the romance in it.
It's okay. Yeah. Don't worry. It's the.
Just jump in.
It's the altitude. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
So I've been asking this at multiple panels, but what advice would you give for people who are aspiring to be voice actors?
Oh God. There's 2 words in that job title. Voice and actor. You have to be an actor first before you can be a voice actor. I would suggest that you buy yourself a microphone and learn how to be familiar with it and plug it into your computer and get some, like some recording software, or just use like GarageBand or whatever, and learn how to use a microphone and take some acting classes, or join a theater group or join an improv group, or But you know, there's always some kind of theater class somewhere.
Start a podcast.
Start a podcast, or stop a podcast.
Yes.
You know, instead of starting one, you can stop one. Stop fucking podcasts. There's too many podcasts. Way too many podcasts. Me and Billy are gonna do a podcast called Old Farts.
Old farts farting.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me.
We're
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of the afflicted.
We have our cards. Sorry.
Advice. 6 words. 6 words. We are saving a seat for you. We're saving a seat for you. You know, if that's what you want to do, we're saving a seat. That's what my heroes told me the first couple of days in New York. I sat with a guy that I idolized, and I said, Mr. Beck, his name was Jackson Beck. He was the voice of Pluto and all the Popeye cartoons. And I said, Mr. Beck, I just can't believe that I'm sitting here working with you. Because he was like a living legend. And he goes, well, where you been? We've been saving a seat for you. You know, and I was like, that resonated forever with me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, but it makes you feel inspired and passion. And those are the 2 biggest things. Outside of getting a mic and taking acting class.
I would also remind everybody that this is you know, you'll hear 1,000 no's before you'll hear a yes.
And then you'll hear another 1,000 no's.
Yeah. So be prepared. And the thing is, you can't take it personally.
No.
Because if you take it personally, you're not built for it. Sorry. You want me to be honest and give advice. That's straight up. If you can't handle a no, you might want to just call it a day and be like, okay, I'm not built for it.
Rejection doesn't feel all that good, but it's a business. It's a business of 95% unemployment, and your job is
real talk.
Your job is looking for work.
Real talk. That's true. So
that's that.
Yeah. If you can make your rent doing something else.
Yes.
While you're trying to pursue this, all you gotta do is make rent. That's the other bit of advice. I say make rent, and the rest is gravy. That's true. So I hope that's answered. And it's for real. I'm not gonna. There's no bullshitting. It's a difficult egg to crack. It's ridiculous, So, good luck. But he's right. We are saving a seat for you, but there's a lot of shit you got to go through to get to that seat. So
talent is always welcome. If you feel like you've got stuff bubbling inside of you and you're ready to burst with hey, I get ideas and characters and stuff. Don't be afraid. Your job is to be fearless if you're really getting serious about this.
Yeah, it's true. Fearless and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Same time.
I like that.
Yet strong.
Like they pretty much covered it.
Deodorant. It's like selling deodorant.
Can everyone else shut up so we can hear each other?
Yes.
Oh, they listened.
Yeah, they got real quiet.
Anyone with a Chrysler minivan, license plate, Colorado 295 XR0. Somebody's smoking weed in your front seat. Sticking up the exit way. All right, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Can you tell me about the creative process of finding a unique voice for each character? For Bender, what's that?
Well, let me tell you. No, I'm kidding. You just bring. Everybody brings something whatever they've got in their bag of tricks. The trench coat of talent. You really, it's all what you bring to it, and if they usually have a character bio, which describes all the characters and who they are, where they're from, what they love and what they don't love, and what they're trying to do in this world. And so
sometimes you'll get like, you know, the actual drawings of what they look like too, which can help in making the voice, because you go, oh.
You know, it looks a certain way, like there's a long nose there. So you kind of incorporate some sort of thing, you know.
It gives you ideas.
And it gives you ideas, or sometimes they go, we want it to sound like, you know, a Brooklyn guy, or, you know, whatever. It's all what you know, you just throw things into a pot. It's like cooking. And you see what works and what doesn't. You take things, you put things in, you take things out, and hopefully you get it right. And if you don't, somebody else gets the job, and you just keep going forward. But you always remember that you have these things in your repertoire to apply to, you know, to choices that you make. So, yeah.
Do we have any audience questions?
Yeah, we got tons of audience questions.
Figured we would.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for coming to Colorado, first of all.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I just want to talk about Together again. When you guys worked on it and saw the script, how did you guys feel?
It's the distance.
Yeah.
Where they're both dead.
Yes, exactly. No, I know which one it is. He's like talking to me like, which one is it? Hold on a second.
If you can hear me, it's the special.
Yeah,
it's the special.
I gotta go potty.
Okay, we're almost done.
But no, listen, it's always wonderful to go back in the room with somebody that you've been in the room with for a long time. Like, I started working with Jeremy when he was 12. He has kids now of his own. So, like, you know, it's like, you know, it's a long time. And it's wonderful to get back in the room. Just like with Billy, the on and off.
It was like we
with
never
Futurama,
quit.
you know. And that's why doing Disenchantment was like, you know, it was like being in Lynyrd Skynyrd, and then we were the Rossington Collins band. And if you understand that vague, very niche joke, then you'll understand.
45-year-old reference.
Yeah, 45-year-old reference.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Because
Fred got it. Fred got it.
Doing Disenchantment, we had a lot of people, like there was Tress McNeil, and there was David Herman.
Yay, David Herman.
Yeah.
Who's Roberto?
Yeah, me and Johnny, and let's see, Maurice LaMarche. Yeah. Yeah, we love Mo. We love Mo.
Yeah, it's always special coming back though. I mean, you think something's over, and then it's not, and you're very glad that it's not.
It's like it's wonderful. It's like a game of double dutch.
Now there was this guy with the black shirt over there.
Yeah.
You were talking to us earlier about wanting to do voices. Yeah. Come on, we'll demonstrate.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah. I forgot your name, and pardon my ignorance.
We saved a seat for you.
Yeah, we saved the seat for you.
Yeah, you were saying you want to get in the business though.
Kevin Michael Richardson. I know. Sorry. No, I'm not. No, it's not.
So
I love you guys.
You got any stuff up your sleeve? You have any like stuff you like doing and you like working on?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I like to work.
No, and it's so rare that I get to use my real voice. It's the first time.
Hey, that's good.
And no, really, it's weird. Everyone knows me in a certain way, and it's nice to be able to just be free.
That's
just
good.
do my voice.
No, I love what you guys do. My God, and then we get to do this.
What do you mean you like to work? You haven't even had a job yet. You're
real.
just starting.
For real. No, what I would like to do, I hear if you have a good
Commit.
voice. Okay.
Commit.
I hear if you have a good voice, you can do this job, right?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people tell me I should do voiceover. Is that right?
Oh, by the way, that's Fred Tatasciore
No, it's
right
not.
there.
Hi.
Come on, that's really
I'm
good.
curious. No, everybody, it's good to see you all. No, but seriously, yeah, it is. I do have a good question. No, it is a very good question. What's the biggest thing? What do you think it is? What's the biggest? For me, it was learning how to be directable. That's a hard one.
Yeah, your
which I
job.
didn't do just now.
Make the director happy. Make the director happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We have great directors. David X. Cohen is so good. Yeah.
any questions?
Question.
Did we answer that question? I think we answered that question.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, hi, yes.
So Adventure Time and Futurama has been a few years.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
If you were on the verge of death as yourself, and you saw Finn, Bender, Jake, Professor, and Fry, like in your last moments, what do you think each of them would say to you as like their character and like voice?
Oh, God. That's morbid as hell. I think Bender'd say, do a flip! And Jake would just say, you guys smell funny. Yeah, that's death.
I don't know. That's
What would the
kind of-
professor say
that's kind
to
of
you?
strange.
It's morbid as shit.
Yeah, it's like, by the way, there's no heaven. There's a trap door over there, though. Yeah, Zach Brannigan. I can smell hell. I've been in hell and I can smell it. Because I love action.
Sorry, I had to fill in for kids.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the, you know, it'd be, I don't know, you know, there's, you could microdose mushrooms, and that could be a possibility. And I'll let you know how it went.
I think you might have been doing that to come up with that question, but
Yeah. That's a mushrooms-induced question. So it's like, hey, if you were right on the precipice of death, what would you like your world to do in the middle of...
Now he commits.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
You always make us laugh.
Thank you.
Always.
Who's next? Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'm actually a voice actor myself.
Oh, excellent. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, who's your favorite actor or voice actor you ever worked with?
Billy West.
Oh, really?
Come on now.
I have no sense of entitlement.
No.
It's nice to know what you think.
No, dude.
Yeah, and
Billy and I've worked with Billy since 1999. It's a long time.
wow. How fast is the next 25 years gonna go?
Exactly.
Johnny.
Hey, see? There you go, pal. Thanks.
Yeah.
Honestly though, like for me, you know, getting on Adventure Time at 12, you're excited, new show, and you look around the room and everybody that's there is just the
Tom
people that you
Kenny.
looked up to. Yeah.
Tom Kenny in the room.
D. Bradley Baker, John,
Robbie Paulson.
Come on.
Robbie.
He was like, but he was surrounded by like just really, really awesome people, and I'm not
Just the
tooting my
best.
own horn, but like
Best of the best.
he sucked it up like a sponge. It was amazing. I watched him grow. I watched him. He said he got somebody pregnant. Yeah, that's no real. True. Boy Jeremy.
It's true.
Jeremy, yeah, man, he did it. He done did it. He got a baby at home. There's proof. Sorry.
I agree.
Hi, yes.
I have a question for Jeremy. What is your favorite sword that Finn wielded?
I like the Demon Blood sword. That was pretty sick. That's yours too? Yeah, I like the Demon Blood sword. The Finn sword's cool, but it's also kind of messed up because it's literally an alternate reality Finn that's just trapped inside the sword, which is really, really scary and kind of
That's creepy.
horrific at the same time.
Yeah.
We have some horrific stuff in that show, low key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here's an overextended question that no one else can hear. You've entered the Twilight Zone.
Where did you
Poor
go?
guy.
I saw you run away. Where did you go?
got
You
another
that busy?
No, he just went to go take care of something.
Multitasking.
He went to go take. Hey Billy, he went to go take care of something.
Oh, a little something.
Little something,
He
something.
reached over the toilet, up the toilet, up there, grab a card,
Come on, man.
come back in the restaurant.
Jesus Christ. All right, what's the next? Is there another question? Oh, right there. There you go. Hi.
Hello.
What's up? Why you got in front on me with that bass, yo? God damn.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I gotta go.
Where's he get the good microphone?
Lower the fucking ball frequency on your voice, bro. My nuts are just like, hey, take it easy.
I'll try.
Go ahead. I did it again.
What was it that drew all of you to voice acting in the first place?
The paycheck. Next. No. It's just. Sorry. Go ahead. You answer. I'm being a jerk.
I honestly it's so funny, like, you know, when you're a little kid, you don't think anything about it. You're like watching animation and cartoons, you're like, that's just the character. And then you realize that there's this whole other world behind it, and people that do all these things. And it's so creative and fun. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that you'll do on camera that you can be as like free with going on these massive, ridiculous adventures and things. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to go ride on a dog that stretches and go to all these crazy places and do all these things? Like, there's not a lot of roles where you get to do that and scream and just do the weirdest crap all the time. You know, you get paid to literally scream into a mic for a living, which is just so weird, but it's awesome. And you're gonna do it with people that are so talented, and half the time just making each other laugh in the booth, and it's the best job ever.
That's a huge part of it. It's the shape-shifting aspect of it. You know, you get to, it's the imagination. You can go as far as you want. You get to do, it's all theater. Most of us come from a theater background. We love that, and it's just it's a next step into theater. It's like you get to play all these things that you wouldn't normally be.
Or the way radio used to be in the
Yes,
old
like
days.
radio. Yeah.
The old days.
By the way, my watch just said you took a bad fall and asked me to call the 911. No, I'm not kidding. My watch went, looks like you took a bad fall.
You've fallen. Not talking up.
Okay.
I sat down in a Futurama recording. I had my dog with me at the time, and she's laying down next to me, and everybody's in the booth, and all of a sudden my phone my Apple Watch vibrates, and I was talking to everybody in the booth before that, and I looked, and I'm just like, oh, and it's telling me I am in a loud environment. I have set off my own loud environment alarm on an Apple Watch. I need to shut my mouth.
Apple Watch needs to mind its own business.
Isn't it?
You got your money's worth, now throw it away.
Yeah.
You don't need a watch to tell you how you feel. I'll tell the watch how I feel.
Yo, what's up, King? I have a quick question for Jeremy really fast.
I was just going to say, anyway, that's the great part about the acting, is just being able to play all these different things, and just, it's your imagination's the only thing that can, you know, hold you back. That's it.
My question for Jeremy really fast. Are you scared of eating hot dogs?
No, I'm actually not.
Scared of eating hot dogs.
That's a deep cut, not deep cut.
One of my favorite
One of the shows I did, the way the characters died was eating bad hot dogs.
Just straight up died.
To be fair, I actually have not eaten a hot dog since I've done that show.
For real?
So maybe subconsciously I am. I don't even know.
Alright, and then I got another one really, really fast. If y'all, obviously for a fact check, would y'all ever switch into like the physical acting role or anything like that? I know you
I would switch into a physical acting role for a not fat check. I like to work, period. So, you know,
There's people that do
it's
both
not-
all the time, like Jason Marsden.
I was in a show called Interview with the Vampire on AMC.
Yeah.
A couple episodes of that. I did Mythic Quest. I did a Blue Bloods. Recently, I was in the last season of Blue Bloods.
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. Yeah, I've been doing on-camera shit for a while. Like, it's like, and it's not for like a, but whatever. It's like, yeah, exactly.
It's not for a living.
Trying.
Julie the Phantoms obviously was on camera for me with Netflix, and
yeah,
it's just, it's hard. It's.
You get a gig, you take a gig. I mean, you know, you asked about like, you know, voice acting and stuff. It's just like, you know, as an actor, you audition for whatever you can get your hands on. So, you know, and luckily for us, that's where the love is for us. We get to do a lot of it. So
I just auditioned for like the live-action Tangled movie recently for Flynn Rider, which was very fun. Put a lot of work into that, and then like you're waiting, you're like, yeah, it seems like they got sent to director stuff. You're like, that's awesome. And then Disney's like, yeah, we're putting a pause on that whole project. And you're like, so that was pointless. You know, shit happens. But yeah, no, it's not for lack of trying. It's always funny. People ask like, hey, one of my favorite things I ever had, this is like a cousin that visited LA for a little bit when I was living there, and he goes, hey, like, have you ever thought about like being in like big movies and stuff?
Oh, I love that one.
Have you thought about
yeah, Fred. Yeah. Do you do any real acting?
Yeah.
Do any real acting?
Look. I know voice performers that can piss circles around stage actors and movie actors. I'm not kidding you. There's more versatile, more facile. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be able to do anything and everything. You can't be this. That's why when they hire, they call it stunt casting. You get, you know, Ben Affleck to be the voice of a mosquito or something. You know, and it's like, that could have been my plumber. It sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Honest to God. And these people, there's the barrier to entry if you're a celebrity is very low. You know, the bar is on the floor. It's like sending a bunch of highly skilled plumbers to go win the World Series for you. You know, they're great. They're great at what they do, but
the New York Plumbers.
But you ain't gonna hit us no double headers.
You know, no.
But yeah, it's I used to talk about that a lot, you know, and it's a thing. It's a thing. I said, why do they, you know, call like Cameron Diaz the mini voice of Cameron Diaz?
The mini voice of Cameron.
Yeah,
that's cold-blooded.
I don't know. Should we? Want to be celebrities and just go in and do who and what we are and not even have to stretch or, you know? I'd rather do what we do.
I love what we do.
The money they make, but you know, hey.
Whatever. Okay. What else?
Hi.
Oh, hell, hi.
Hello. So I'm personally just curious, in your own way, do you guys feel like every one of your shows ended in like an appropriate manner with how your character storylines ended and everything along those lines? Can you hear me? Should I repeat it again?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Well, we came back to life so many times, like, you know, it's zombie Futurama at this point, you know what I mean?
Let's pretend the Hulu one doesn't exist right now with the newer one, but with how the original Futurama did end, did you wish it stood as that?
I didn't. What's beautiful is that if it's smart, there's always a door that you can open to go back into it, and that's what they did, and that's kind of what they did with Adventure Time too. You know, yeah, you kind of try to keep it evergreen, you know, and so everything that's ended for me is, I guess, you know, and all good things must come to an end. I know that's cliche as shit, but it's true. Especially in the entertainment business, you know, gigs are gigs in the end, you know. So yeah, I mean,
well, the Futurama's going to do more seasons, then they better hurry up, because I'll be in Ireland, naked, running through a moor, throwing flowers around. I am glad I don't live in the United States anymore.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Bonkers. Uh-oh.
He's fishing for
Here we go.
Participants.
Hello.
Hello. Hey. So these characters usually have some part of your personalities. When you get like cut off in traffic or something like that, who do you feel comes out the most?
My father. You know, just Staten Island, New York, just bubbling through the, I don't know how it happens, where I'll just, you know, they just, son of a bitch, son of a, look at me, look at me. It's bad. It's very bad. But no, I don't ever revert to, you know, I'm not pulling up next to somebody and being like, sneaky pancakes, sneaky pancakes. That's not happening. No.
I would.
Yeah. Not in LA. I'd be like, sneaky pancakes.
I would pull up to the car that cut me off. Pull up to the car that cut me off and just like.
Yeah.
That's safe to do in LA.
Do you hear this? Do I need me to turn it up for you?
That's the dumbest one. I used to
Traffic?
Terrible. I used to do this one. This one was, you know. God, wait. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Oh man. Oh.
That's the best one.
That was a good one.
That's good mine.
That was terrible.
That's mine.
I like to just look horrified. Like it's just like if someone's coming in front, I pretend. You know, just sound like I can't see them. No. You know,
Perfect. Cover your eyes.
This is another exit.
Yeah, no. Yes, that's what happens in traffic. Thank you. Funny. All right, we got another question. Anybody? Oh, hello.
One more question.
One more question.
This better be free.
Yeah, you better fucking nail this one, man. Better nail the dismount, brother. And no math. Yeah, no math questions, goddamn.
No pressure, John.
Oh, okay, excellent. Go for it.
So the last time I saw you and Billy West was at Colorado Springs Comic Con.
Yes, the enemy. No, I don't know what that is. Stupid. It's all right.
The writer's strike was still going on.
Which one was what?
The writer's strike was still going on.
Oh, the writer's strike, exactly. That old thing.
Yeah, that. How are things gotten better now that you?
I mean, for some people it's gotten better, but for others
it hasn't. It's gotten worse.
The AI battle.
Yeah, the AI battle is a real pain in the ass.
Just want to tell her we appreciate you guys. So.
Yeah. You should feel that way about it.
But
grand theft.
But no, I mean, I think the problem with the strikes was that it allowed the big companies to just reset before everybody. They got a head start on everybody, and we're still lagging behind, I think, which was counterproductive.
We have a good union.
But we do have a good union. And they'll keep fighting for us, and we'll keep fighting with them. So, union jobs, I don't know, they're a good thing.
Yes.
Our union brothers and sisters all across the country and the world. That's for real. That's seriously for real. My mother was a president of her teachers union, her local teachers union. I used to ask my mother advice about, being a union member, just being like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? But we need our unions. We need protection. We need protection from
them
people like the orange fuck twat that's in the currently playing golf somewhere like an asshole.
We weren't sure
See
how
how
you
good
felt.
my golf is.
We weren't sure how you felt. Now we know.
Now we know. Sorry, but yeah.
The women here, this is to the women in the group. You ready to lose your right to vote? You all set? You ready?
Yeah. Because this bastard's gonna try and pull it off.
And they got it in their head they're gonna arrest Judges, so where do they start? A woman judge. These cowardly, don't. That hate women.
Terrible people.
Let's go beat them up.
And on that note, let's give our guests a real big round of applause.
We got time to beat them up.
We got like 10 minutes. Don't we have like
Mike Johnson, come here, you little dweeb.
We got another. Can we get one more question? Right there. Boom. Hi.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question is if you would talk a little bit about the development of the humor and the script for both shows, and was it mostly scripted? Did you do a lot of ad-lib, and how was that humor developed? It's very unique.
You know, I mean, as far as the humor on the show is concerned, I mean, as far as Futurama was like, I mean, we were surrounded by the most like amazing writing staff. They were all seasoned comedy vets. They were all mostly from The Simpsons, and then or new guys from Harvard. You know, I mean, we had people that were that had like master's degrees and PhDs in physics and biology and computer science and all sorts of crazy shit. We had the most overeducated writing staff.
Thank God.
And they were brilliant, and they would have like these really weird math jokes that, they had like a math lab. They had a Futurama math lab, like the writing staff. It was like ridiculous. They were so smart. And, when they're writing stuff, it's amazing. And you stick to the book. You stick to the book. But we became so familiar with our characters that we would do stuff. We would add pre-life to something, or we would start to be allowed to improvise because we would just do stuff. They would like include they were like, well, do something. He does something here, and you've got to make it up. And we would do things like crazy stuff, like Bender being scared, it was like, so, and I could just recreate that and do different sounds, and they would like Bender scared noise, like they would like incorporate, like they'd be like, what to do.
They'd always remember.
Yeah, and so, and once you get it in the can, once you get what they've written in the can, a good couple of takes where they have good choices that they can use, then you can start to play a little bit.
Or they ask you.
Or they ask
you. Any ideas. And then we're like, okay.
Yeah.
And if it lands on the floor, big deal, But
and you can make suggestions and say, hey, can we try this? Maybe it might work. And sometimes it does. And sometimes they go, that's a really good choice. Because you start to become symbiotic with them, as far as what they're giving you and what you're giving back to them. Like it's just give and take between the writers and the performers. It just works. It's just, and then when they draw it and it looks the way it looks, then it's just like this beautiful symphony.
The writers don't miss a trick. Even at a table read, we have table reads like a real sitcom, where everybody's got their seat, and the producers, and the directors, and the animators are there, the writers, and they put our name cards so we know where to sit. And I was farting around and I picked up my name card and I went, Billy West, what kind of a fake, phony, made-up name is that? And the writers were sitting right there and they put it in an episode.
Yeah.
So that's how, on the ball they are.
Yeah, it's totally true. Yeah, and it just works that way. I mean, Adventure Time was...
It's also interesting because they start writing and they make these characters before you come in, and then once you come in and give life to that, then they go, oh, and then they're writing with that voice and with that person in mind. Because before that, earlier on, it's just it's a vague concept of what they want it to be, and then suddenly it's like, oh, this is what.
When we bring it to life with our voices, it changes the writing. Like it changes the tone. They go, oh, now we really know what we can do. We see how the machine is going to run.
And they can hear that voice in their head when they're writing, which is a big difference when you're into a show as opposed to when a show's just started.
Matt Groening told us that. He said, once we started doing the characters, when a show is introduced, they're not sure who those characters are. They think they are, but when we start doing them, they go, after about 4 episodes, they go, now we know who they are. And now we can pile on, we can add to it.
Yeah, so that's it. That's a good question. That was a good question to end on.
Yeah. Great question.
Thank you. Nice.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey guys, thanks so much.
Hey, everybody. Thank you. Oh, have you heard my knees right there? That was wow. Talk about like a handful of granola, like, awesome. Oh, and that's my ass too. Fantastic. Just gonna keep on talking. Hey, how about that Fred Tatasciore, huh?